For question 2, so which one of the following is part of the economic problem of scarcity? When we talk about the economic problem is scarcity, which means how to allocate resources. So to allocate resources, we need 3 basic economic questions, which leads to the problem. What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce to. So those are the 2 economic questions. So they say, which one of the following is part of the economic problem of scarcity? When to produce is not about it. What to produce is the type of production we need to make for these resources. Whether to produce is not a question. Where to produce is never going to be a question. So the answer is B. Clear? So go to the next question, where we have a PPC. And you know what a PPC represents? It represents the combination of 2 goods. Okay. A PPC represents the combination of 2 goods. Here we have agricultural goods and non-agricultural goods that can be produced if all resources are fully utilized or employed. That is what a PPC curve represents. So here we have point W, point Z, point X, point Y. For point W, it means we are producing more of agricultural goods, producing none of non-agricultural goods. Point Z means we are producing more of non-agricultural goods, producing few of agricultural goods. Point X means resources are not fully employed. Point Y is non-attainable, non-achievable, non-obtainable. So the question now says, which one of the following point is not achievable or non-attainable or non-obtainable? The point is at Y. So the answer is C. Clear? So we move on to question C. Are you there?
Yeah.
Great. So they said, calculate the price elasticity of demand for a product where the price increases by 15% and the quantity demanded falls by 12%. First, what is price elasticity of demand? Price elasticity of demand is the degree of responsiveness between the quantity demanded of a product as a result of a change in price. That is price elasticity of demand. So here we have 15% increase, and for 15% increase, it means there's 100% at the beginning. So our P1, so PED is Q2 minus Q1 over Q1 divided by P2 minus P1 over P1. That means percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price. Where our P1 is 100%, which is constant, then our P2 will be 100% plus 15% increase. So which makes P2 115. Our Q1 is certain 100%, and our Q2 is minus 12%. That's 100% minus 12%, which is 88. So our P1 is 100, P2 is 115, Q1 is 100, Q2 is 88. So we have 88 minus 100 over 100 divided by 115 minus 100 over 100. That gives us a negative 12 over 100 divided by 15 over 100. We reciprocate. So minus 12 over 100 multiplied by 100 over 15 gives us minus 1200 divided by 1500, which gives us minus 0.8. So the answer is negative 0.8, which makes it price inelastic. Clear? So go to the next question, D. Define the term innovation. When you talk about innovation, innovation simply means creating a new product or service from an idea. Clear? We'll move on. E. State one factor that will cause a demand curve to shift to the left. A demand curve shifting to the left means the quantity demanded has reduced as a result of a non-price factor, such as maybe level of income or taste and fashion, availability of substitutes. Do you understand? Yes. So, one factor I mentioned here is level of income. Where they said we should mention level of income. So, a fall in the level of income will bring about a fall in disposable income or a fall in consumption, shifting the demand curve leftward. Clear? Yes. We move on to F. Nearly 70 million people live in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. The majority of the people live in the city center. The case study is there for us to read, but it's going to take time reading. So they said Dhaka has a large number of auto rickshaws competing for ferries. Apart from price, describe one advantage for passengers of this competition. Competition, we said, is a rivalry that exists between firms in the same industry, right? Great. One of the advantages about competition is that it reduces prices for consumers. So aside price, what other advantage does competition bring about? So here I wrote, an increase in competition may bring about increasing choices for consumers. So when competition is increasing, it means choices for consumers increases. As a result, it becomes easier for passengers to choose or to hire different rickshaws. Do you get it? Choices. Then it means they can hire whichever one they want.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Question G. Are you there?
Yes.
With reference to the information given in beating the congestion in Dakar, explain one reason why prices for journeys using an auto rickshaw might be higher outside the city center. Here I go. The prices of journeys using auto rickshaw might be higher outside the city center because the supply of auto rickshaw might be less than its demand. So if the supply is less than demand, it means demand is more than supply.
Yeah.
As a result of that, and according to the case study, they said 70 million people live in Dakar. That's the city center. Out of the city center, that means a lot of people are in the city center, making it interesting for drivers to work in the city center than outside the city center.
Yeah.
So that means the supply of rickshaw in the city center will be more than outside the city center. So the supply is less. And if the supply is less, that means the price will be higher.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Any question about that?
No.
So we go to question H. There's a case study there, which I'm just going to let the students go through it. Then we'll move on. With reference to the data above and your knowledge of economics, assess the extent to which changes in technology may reduce the shortage of car parking spaces in city center. First, shortage comes as a result of demand greater than supply. Do you get that? So, advancement without advancement in technology, that means demand for parking space will still be more than supply.
Yeah.
So now there is advancement in technology through the APS, right? Advanced parking space.
Yeah.
So I wrote, shortage comes as a result of demand greater than supply, as in the context. Without the advancement in technology, more parking spaces are demanded than supplied, which means demand is increasing. Do you get the point there?
Yeah.
So demand is increasing if there's no advancement in technology. Now, introduction of APS. So an introduction of APS will increase the supply of spaces, shifting the supply curve rightward. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
The third point, advancement in technology will reduce shortages of space, which can be graphically represented as, so APS will bring about an increase in the quantity of space,
Yeah.
which will increase from Q1 to Q2, bringing about a rightward shift in the quantity supply from S1 to S2, bringing about a movement along the demand curve based on price, falling from P1 to P2. This is the graph. Do you see it? That's the graph. So, however, some motorists may lack information about the benefit of APS. As a result, may not even use it. You know, it's an advantage, but some people might lack information. The motorists, they might lack information, and if they lack information, they won't understand the benefit of having APS. As a result, they might not use it. That's the first point. And the other point I wrote about is an assessment. So the other point I wrote is that yes, they are increasing the APS, but what about if more vehicles are available than the APS? So the demand, that means the number of vehicles may have increased more than the APS available. So which means it does not have, there will still be shortage. Is it clear?
Yes.
That's H. Any question about question 2?
No.
We're done with question 2, May, June 2019.